Hello, oh my light. Hello and welcome everybody. I was like, something doesn't look right. Only one of my lights turns on without me having to do anything. The other one I have to turn on. So, here we go. Welcome to Happy Wednesday here with WeCrochet. Let's see, all the notifications are coming in. Okay, so we're live. I still didn't get the notification. All right, here we go. Oh, there it is. All right. Yay, we did it. We're live everywhere now. We're live here on YouTube. We're here on Facebook. We are over on Instagram. It is amazing to have all of you here today. Come in, say hi, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. We have a special guest today. I'm so excited to share. I'm actually working on what we're going to talk about. Hi, Julia. Hi, Heather. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Posh DIY Crochet Patterns. Sorry, don't know your name. There's so many people over here on Instagram joining. Hello. How is everybody? And count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, perfect. Sometimes you have to just double check, and I figure might as well do it here. Hi, Cindy. It is great to see you as well. Hi, Crystal. We have something new to share with you and chat about, and we get to be the first ones to share it, which is always so exciting. And so we have a special guest. Oh, your name is Ashley too. Well, welcome, Ashley. Wonderful to have you here. Hi, Sandra from Northern Alberta. It's a gorgeous day. It is a gorgeous day here in Pennsylvania as well. I sat outside for a couple minutes at lunch just to enjoy that sunshine. Yeah, because it's so wonderful. Let's see. Hi, Nathan07 Crochet from the UK. It is wonderful to have you. And we have Becky. Becky says she loves Ashley. Yes, we all do. And looking for cotton macrame to make her dog leashes. Oh, yes. Mental note, we need to talk about those dog leashes and what is all going on with that. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Hello from Michigan. It is great to have you here. Dawn is here. Jill is here. I like that. Jill is from Wisconsin, but in Texas on vacation. I hope you're enjoying the wonderful weather down there. Hopefully you're not where all those smoky fires were and everything else. We have Barb. Hi, Sarah. Sarah's here, Ashley. So we're filling in the room here. All right, let me just bring in Ashley because this is what it's all about. As we talk with Ashley, hi.
Hello.
It is National Crochet Month around here. And, what a perfect time to be talking, all things crochet. And don't forget to check out, we've got a bunch of sales and promos going on right now that you can go ahead and check out. And we're here to talk to you about something exciting that Ashley is launching. I'm trying to get a couple stitches on mine because, okay, I told Ashley that I was going to have this done in time for the live. And then we moved the date of the live.
Yeah.
Up by like what? Oh no, only a week.
It was
But
2 weeks. Yeah.
listen, if it would have been at the regular date, I would be done. Okay. Let me just say that. I'm working hard. I'm almost done with the body of my sweater. I just have the sleeves and the ribbing, but I'm getting there. I will have this done very soon. And I'm so excited that we get to be like the first ones to share.
Right? I'm so excited about this one. And you have made amazing progress for the amount of time you've been working on it. I feel like you messaged me that you were starting, and then the next day you're like, I'm done with the body. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. That was fast.
I also messaged you in there that my gauge was off and I had to rip out the entire thing.
Right. But considering
and again.
I'm very proud of you.
So I do feel like I should be a lot further. Maybe that's the problem, is because I had to rip out. It was a little bit sad, but you know what? It has to fit. I want it to fit. I want it to look nice. So it was worth ripping it out and doing it again.
Yeah.
So we should say that Ashley is launching on Friday. So it's not available yet. You're getting a preview. You're getting a sneak peek and early release type of thing. This beautiful cardigan that she is wearing. We're going to throw a link in. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you'll be able to see the link over there. It's going to take you to her landing page. It's going to have all the information about the cardigan, but it won't have the pattern just yet. But that will be coming on Friday, so you can bookmark it and save it, sign up for her emails. But we're going to talk all about it today, and we're going to give you all the details. And I'm so excited. And yeah, so Ashley, go ahead. Just tell us about the sweater.
Well, I guess I should preface with it took a while for me to get this one perfect. I started with this pink one right here. So the boucle yarn is the new yarn. When did it come out? It was really recently, right? Within the last couple of
Yeah,
months.
not too long
Yeah.
ago. I
I
think,
can't remember how I saw
was
it,
it
but
in
I was
January?
scrolling through. I think so, because that makes sense. Because I know that as soon as I got my yarn, I was like a mad woman. I couldn't stop myself. But I had this pink because this popping candy colorway. I was like, holy moly! It's like you almost need sunglasses. But
Yeah.
here's one of my other favorites: is the Lime Fizz. Like, how vibrant is that? All of these
Yeah.
colors are just
We
amazing.
do have some neutrals.
There are, yeah. I have a cola here, and then the spritzer is what I'm wearing, which is kind of a bluish grayish. I think
Yep.
that these two with your teal that you're holding would be freaking amazing. That would be
Yeah.
gorgeous in some kind of, ooh, and that purple. I love
I
it.
know.
Yeah. So I at first I saw this pink. I was like, I have to have that. So I got enough to work up a cardigan, and I was going to do it like a 3 sizes, like a petite, a one size that would span from like medium to maybe 2X, and then a plus size. Well, I
Right.
got that all the way done and I didn't like it, so I frogged it. It was very sad. I had this big basket of just boucle yarn and it was just very sad.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, surprisingly, it wasn't as bad to frog as I expected it to be because of all the
Yeah.
little, I thought it was going to be terrible. So I learned that if you do have to frog it, kind of hold the fabric tighter and then just pull straight out, and that really helps a lot. Just general when
I
you're doing
think too, I
stuff.
think too it helps because we should say that this is a Tunisian cardigan. So it
Yeah.
is done in Tunisian crochet. And I think that really helps too, because to be honest, I don't know that I would have wanted to frog this with regular crochet.
No.
Um, I
No.
just
What
think
I
it would have gotten too tangled up in everything.
Yes. What I did at first when I was doing this pink one, this is the original version. So this would be the one size, which I haven't decided if I'm going to publish it yet, but it's gorgeous. Worked up. So I wanted to show it in the live anyway. Look how gorgeous that is. And the
Yes.
drape on it is just like amazing. It's so
Yes.
beautiful. But I started with traditional crochet because I thought, okay, we're just going to do, I was trying to do a taller stitch, which just didn't work because with this stitch, you've got that nylon that runs through the center and all the little fuzzies, and it just didn't
Yeah.
work with a tall regular crochet stitch. So I tried the single crochet and then it just felt really dense. And then I thought, you know what?
Mhm.
Knitting patterns always work great with this. And what is similar
Right.
to knitting? Tunisian crochet. So I
Right.
whipped out my hooks and I got to work, and I absolutely love the way that this works up. For your body on this one, for most of the sizes, you can get almost the entire body panel done with one skein. I don't know how
Yeah.
far you got on yours, but it was really far. I was surprised at how far I was able to go.
Yeah, I used 2 skeins, and that got me from the whole back panel and the front right. So I
Yeah.
got all of that done with 2 balls, and now I've started my 3rd for, like, the back panel up here and then the right front. So I'm probably gonna use no more than 4 if I
Right.
even have to break into that 4th one.
Right.
I'm not sure yet.
Right. So in the materials post, this publishes on Friday. So all of the materials are there if you want to go ahead and order your yarn and get your hooks ordered if you need to order your hooks with the promo code that we're about to give you. But I went ahead and published that with all of the materials and everything. And I can't remember exactly, but I feel like even the largest sizes don't use more than 4 or 5. I think it's 5 balls maybe. But I mean, that is like nothing. It's crazy how far your yardage goes with this Tunisian crochet.
Yeah. I mean, so I'm looking at the pattern, and the largest size, which you have as a 5XL, is
Yes.
stating that you need 1,540 yards. So how many yards are in one of these? There's 328 yards. So
That's not bad.
yeah,
Not
for
bad at all.
about 5 at the very max. Like, you know,
Right.
you have to do that math. That's a little hard in my head, but
Yeah.
you know, it's really like you're getting a ton of yardage in one of these hanks of yarn. And plus, because it does have that boucle to it, let me pull this out so you can see right here, like it has the little fuzzies to it. Because of that, that also extra like fills in those gaps. So it
Yes.
helps it to make it look like there's more stitches, but it's still this like nice, loose, drapey fabric. I mean, I can't say enough like how great this fabric is, and it just like flows, and
I
it's
know. It's so lightweight, but it's still warm, but it's so
yeah,
lightweight that you don't even feel like you're wearing anything, you know? So I figured that was going to be
yeah.
an excellent pattern for spring or for transitional weather. For some reason, I think Easter when I think this cardigan. Maybe it's the bright colors. I don't know, but I think it's just gorgeous for spring. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And Tunisian makes a huge difference. Unbelievable.
Right.
Even just making your stitches, because I think that's part of the problem, or not the problem, but part of the reason that people kind of steer away from really textured yarns is that it's hard to see your stitches, or it's just hard to have consistency in your tension. But with Tunisian crochet, it kind of eliminates that because your stitches are so open anyway that you can see right there. And I do have a blog post. I brought this out because I wanted to show this. This is my light pack, right? So I got this on Amazon for like 12 bucks, something like that. And when I was making this cardigan, I turned it on. You don't have to have it on because it's kind of a lot, especially if it's dark, but you can see your stitches really well through there. Can you see that? How crazy that is? You just pick up your loops and you just go on like nobody's business. Half the time I use this without it even turned on. So like even a white piece of paper or something. But if you're concerned about the texture or being able to create those stitches easily, it's a lot easier than you think.
And it also really helps with measuring your gauge, because then you can really see your stitches as well. Because it can be a little bit harder if you're just like laying it out and trying to measure.
Is it 12? Is it 11? I can't see. Yeah. So that helps a lot.
Yeah. So we should take a minute to talk about the yarn. So this is called Bubbly Boucle. It is a classified as a sport weight yarn, but because of the texture to it, you really kind of can get different gauges for it depending on what you're doing with it. It's an 82% superfine alpaca, 13% merino wool, and a 5% nylon. It is a hand wash only yarn, but you want to take care of this and keep it looking really nice. And I know when I talked about this before, somebody asked me, how soft is it? It's not the softest yarn I've ever felt, right? Like it's just not. But it still feels good against your skin. Like there's no itchiness, there's no any of that. But if you're holding it up to like, especially like a swish yarn, swish is definitely softer than this, but it's still beautiful. It makes the most gorgeous lightweight fabric that is so amazing for garments, especially. So we love this.
You know what I was thinking would be amazing is if this is the throw pillow from the Harvest Moon book collection. If we made a pillow cover with the boucle, wouldn't that be amazing? Just a little throw.
Hey guys, Ashley's next project, here it comes. Throw pillow with boucle. But Ashley's talking about this Harvest Moon collection, which we did last year at the end of the year with Ashley. It is 5 Tunisian patterns, starting you from, like flat Tunisian, working your way into Tunisian in the round, which is what you're going to need to make your sleeves on this cardigan. So most of it is flat, but then your sleeves are in the round. So this is a really great book and collection. You can get it as a print book, an ebook, or individual patterns, and it's going to be a really good gateway into Tunisian, especially Tunisian in the round.
Yes, I tried to keep the sleeves as simple as possible, and I really do think part of the reason I love this cardigan is the texture makes it to where you can have the easiest, like it's a rectangle, that's all it is, but it looks really fancy because the yarn is fancy. And so with this, with decreases on your sleeve even, you can essentially put them anywhere because you can't see the decrease, So as long as, that's one thing that I will caution when you're making these sleeves, definitely count often as you're creating these sleeves, and I count halfway and then knock the stitches off and count the other half of the row. Just it helps me to keep on track there, especially when doing those sleeves.
And for Tunisian, stitch markers are totally your friend because it really does help you hit those checkpoints along the way to know where you are, where you need to be at a certain point, and it just makes it easier to count that way because it is just a little bit trickier with this yarn to count your stitches. So at least if you have checkpoints, you're hitting those marks instead of waiting until 5 rows in. And then you're like, oh, I missed a couple stitches.
Well, on the flip side, though, if you do notice that you're short a stitch or you have an extra one, it's really easy to fudge it with this yarn too. You can't see it.
It really is.
Decrease or add an extra stitch in there.
Nobody else. We should also talk about the Tunisian hook sets that we have. So we kind of worked with Ashley a little bit and got her input when we were designing these and creating these. And so we have an in the round Tunisian hook set. And so, okay, what does in the round mean? So in the round means you have 2 of every size. So a normal set just has 1. It comes with your cables and everything. But if you need to work in the round, you need to have a needle or yeah, a hook on both ends of your cable so you can work on and work off at the same time as you work around. And so instead of having to buy 2 sets of hooks, we've now combined it that you get 2 of every size. Yes, one of mine only has 1 because that's on my sweater right now, but it comes with 2 of every size, so you can easily make an in the round set of any of these hook sizes that you need. And they now come with the swivel cables instead of a just solid cable, so it really makes a difference on your wrist when you're working with those swivel cables.
The swivel is a game changer. That's like my favorite thing of these entire hooks. It's like the best thing ever. Amazing what it does to your wrist, especially when you're at the top of the body and you've got, even though this is a lightweight cardigan, you've got the weight of the fabric on your hook, not on your wrist, because it's swiveling. So you don't even have to, you can just rotate your fingers like this and make your hooks like, or make your stitches like that. You know, that's my favorite part of hooks.
Yeah, no, they're so great. They're totally worth the investment, and really they're not that expensive in the scheme of things when you're comparing the prices of other different hooks and things like that. I will say, just so everybody is aware, the tips on our hooks are definitely more rounded than some of the others that are out there, but we're working on getting you a pointed set, so that is coming. But just so you know, that's kind of the biggest difference with the hooks and everything. I really love our wood because it's nice and slick. I shouldn't say slick. It's nice and smooth because like your stitches don't fall off, or I don't ever feel like I'm dropping my stitches or anything, but it just glides so nicely.
Yeah, there's grippage on there to hold your yarn, but it's not, I've used, I think, every size, because when I was writing the patterns for the book, I used these hooks to test them out. And I don't remember any of the sizes having any snaggable bits.
No.
Like, it doesn't snag, but it has the grippage to hold your tension, you know, which is a delicate balance, I feel like.
Yes.
So very well done.
It really is. Yeah, so there is a comment here about using these hooks that with the heads are not that pointy, that they were having problems with the boucle yarn, but it works fine with other yarn. Yes, honestly, I'm not having any issues with the boucle yarn. I will say that any kind of textured yarn, like even thinking about like a fable fur yarn and stuff, you definitely feel more than you see as you work it. And that's just kind of what I've been doing, just kind of like feeling that next stitch and pushing it onto the hook and everything else. But yes, we are working on a slightly more pointed tip that we are prototyping right now and testing out to see if we like it. So more to come on that. We've heard you. We know you really want some better tools or different tools. So we're coming. They're coming. Let's see. Okay. We have somebody say, hello, it's my first time in one of your live chats. Welcome. This is a great one to be at. We got Ashley here today, so we're so lucky. We should also say that if you're interested in Tunisian and the sets, if you're interested in the boucle yarn, and especially if you're interested in Ashley's new pattern, you need to go check out that website, the link that we put in here to go check out that pattern. In there, it's going to tell you everything that you need for it so that you can go ahead and get your yarn now to be ready as soon as this comes out on Friday. And there is a special coupon code just for Ashley followers that you'll be able to find over in that post. So make sure you're using Ashley's links, because that gives her a little something for saying that she's sending you guys over here. And don't forget to use that coupon, because it is exclusive to Ashley's people. Like, we really want to share the love there because, you know, we love it and we hope everybody else does. And so it'll help you out a little bit with getting your supplies for this beautiful cardigan.
Yeah, and the cardigan pattern, when it is published on Friday, it will be available for free on that post where the materials and everything is. I'm just going to add it straight to that post. There is going to be a PDF option, like always with all of the patterns. And the coupon code for the pattern when it is published is the same as the coupon code to get the deal on the hooks and the yarn in order to make it.
So make sure you sign up for Ashley's newsletter if you're not already, because that's where you're going to get the first news that it's been available, what the coupon code is, because Ashley's always so generous that when she launches a pattern, she always gives us a coupon code right at the beginning of the launch. So you can grab that PDF if you want for a nice discount. And now you can go ahead and grab the yarn and the hooks that you need for a great discount as well. So
yay! Right? There's nothing worse than like the pattern's out and you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, and you order your yarn and then you have to wait another week and a half or whatever.
I know.
So at least now we can get a jump start on that and get it en route, right?
Yeah. And it always seems that when you want yarn for something specific, it takes like 5 weeks to get to you. And when it's not urgent, it takes like 2 days. Okay,
Yeah.
that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yep. I have had
Um,
that.
there is a question here on Instagram about getting the link. Let me see if I still have it saved here. No, because I think I put in. We'll get that link over there, or you can go. Like I said, go check out Ashlea's website. It's Heart Hook Home. You can find all the information there. You can also sign up for her newsletter. That's where you're going to find it, or you can check out over on YouTube and Facebook. That's where all the linking goes. We can't easily put a ton of links here on Instagram. I wonder if I swipe up though. Did I just cancel everything? Let me see here. Hopefully, oh no, I guess I didn't, because here, I can put the link into the chat here, but you're gonna have to copy it. I don't know what I just did there, but now your name is big.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool.
Oh, Janice did that. She was putting in the website. Thank you, Janice. I was like, oh my God, what did I do?
Thank you.
This is called teamwork around here. Thank you, Janice.
Yeah, lots of it.
So yeah. So head on over to Heart Hook Home. You'll be able to find things there. Sign up for her email. You will get an email on Friday morning with the information. Ask me how I know, because I'm a subscriber to her newsletter, and this is how I find out a lot of things that are going on.
Yep, there's a lot. I've got so much happening. It's insane. Good,
So,
good things.
I know we're talking about the boucle. I know we're talking about the cardigan, but let's take a quick second, because somebody did mention your dog leash pattern and looking for yarn for that. And so this is a really cool series that you have. So tell us a little bit about the series that you've got going on.
Well, every year I do a crochet series where on the second Friday of the month, I publish a new themed crochet pattern. So one year we did washcloths, we did household items, we did a car series. This year we're doing a dog series. It's turning into more of a pet series, really. But so in January we used macrame cord to make a dog leash that is super strong. It's surprisingly strong. And then in February, what did we do in February? Help. I can't remember. Today I did or last week I did the paw print blanket, which was amazing. It's a corner to corner, really cute. Oh, and the dog sweater, right? So I did the dog sweater in a million different sizes for February. So it's using the uneven berry stitch, super cute, and all Brava yarns. We made one in tweed, we made one in the regular Brava 500, all matching because we have a human version as well. So it was me and my dogs, all matchy. And yeah, so April is going to be amazing. I've got a really cute little spring pattern coming for April. But yeah, the dog series is just killing it. It really is. Yeah. I've got a cat version of the corner to corner paw print coming. It's like just a little cat arm, like sticking straight up, like it's, like swat you or whatever, but it's adorable. So using Brava yarns for that as well. Yeah, this whole year is going to be amazing with these pet patterns. Adorable. I'm trying to think of a way to do a good like cat hammock, like a cat bed, but I want to make sure it's safe also. So I'm trying to do that. Maybe that'll be later on in the year if I can get it to get it to translate well done. But yeah, this whole series, the dog leash is customizable in length. You get the little bolt snap thing like a regular leash, and then we go directly onto the ring of that so that there's no chance of it coming undone. You're literally crocheting onto it, and then you just make it as long as you want to be, and then fold it back on itself and secure it, and that's it. It's really easy, and you can make. I love it. It's amazing. You can make a really short one if you want to have like a training leash, or different yarn sizes as well. If you wanted to just use a cotton, that would like a dishy cotton, it would work fine. For my bear, who's a Chihuahua mix, just a dishy leash is perfectly strong enough to hold her in check. So yeah, it's amazing. It's going to be a great series throughout the whole year.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. I don't have a dog, but I still enjoy watching what you're making and seeing everything that's going on. So it is a lot of fun. And again, you can get all that information over on the Heart Hook Home blog or by signing up for her email, because then you'll get some things emailed out to you when they're live.
Yeah, and on the top of the page, there's a drop down for all of the series that I've ever done. So it'll click to a main landing page.
Awesome. There is a comment here from Janie saying, love the colors of the boucle, but having a little trouble working with it. Yes, some of the darker colors are definitely going to be harder, but maybe if you were a slightly late, not right in the beginning, Ashley had told us about using a light pad, which will help shine light from the back, or even just using a white piece of paper. It really is helpful to have good lighting when you're working with boucle.
Let me see if I can get this to turn on and be nice with this pink. So you can see how it looks when you're working with the light pad. Isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. You can see everything. Isn't that great? Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. So it's really, it makes it easier to work with it, to see what you've got going on. I mean, even having good lighting shining down on it makes a difference as well while you're working, to be able to see your stitches. So, and again, it's going to be a lot of feeling where your stitches are. And again, it's not going to be the yarn that you want to do like real complicated stitch patterns with, because you're not going to see it. Yes, right. Working with a larger hook size definitely helps too.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason the Tunisian stitches are just so open. They just lay so much flatter than traditional crochet. It's a lot easier to see the loop, to your hook.
Yeah, and make sure you check your gauge, because so Ashley used a 5mm hook, I believe, for her cardigan. I had to go up to, what did I end up with?
Did I end up with 7, aren't you?
Was it a 7 or an 8? Hold on.
I'm
at a 7.
7.
Yeah. So I had to go up 2 hook sizes from where Ashley was to be able to get the same gauge that she was getting. And honestly, I don't know. My gauge has kind of changed a little bit throughout. So again, you're just going to have to keep checking.
Yeah, I will say that for this pattern, one of the things that I'm going to do when I release it on Friday, that I just did with the Ava Cardi that I published a couple weeks ago, the pocket can be the gauge swatch. So you don't feel you have to frog it. I mean, obviously, if your gauge is off, you're going to need to redo it. But start with the pocket, and then, whoo, oh my gosh, you've got a pocket already, Yep. You're one step closer to a finished cardigan, right?
Yeah. Oh, and I also want to say too, because when I started mine, I had a little panic attack, and Ashley's like, it's okay. It's okay. When you do first start out, like your first, 5-10 rows, it seems ginormous, and it does kind of shrink its way down a little bit, not by a ton, but it does kind of start to tighten up as you work it, because it seems like when you work Tunisian in this yarn and you have that really long amount of starting stitches, it's just a little bit looser than like when you worked your gauge swatch and things like that. But it really does come nicely together. And, mine doesn't look wavy or like hourglass shaped. It looks very nice and squared up now.
Yes.
So.
And part of the reason that I wanted it to be a little bit looser there is it helps to avoid the curling that you typically get with Tunisian crochet. So we don't have to put a border on it or anything. There's just, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like no curl back here to the bottom.
Right.
Started. So that's part of the reason we're going with that looser gauge, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it turns out great. And people are asking about the light pad. Ashley did mention that she got it on Amazon. Do you have a link on your website?
I have a whole post about tips for working with this yarn, and that is one of them. So yeah.
Okay, and is that linked in the post about the sweater?
Yes.
Okay, so go check out that post that we put in here. Janice, maybe we can throw it in one more time here. You can go check that out. That'll give you the information about the cardigan that we've been talking about, and you'll also get the tips and tricks for working with boucle, and that will have a link in there as well to get the light pad that Ashley has, or if you want something similar, but it'll at least give you a starting point to check out what she's been working with.
Mm-hmm. It's cheap. Awesome. I'm using it for a lot more than just that too, which is crazy. Like for my vinyl, like when I'm cutting vinyl for crafting and stuff, I use it a lot. So handy. Yeah.
And my kids take mine because sometimes they like to trace things, or like, they'll draw something but want to like replicate it. So they use it. It's like a whole family affair around here with the light pads. They really are useful, and they're not that expensive to grab one. So
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you're a purple girl. And yes, boucle has a wonderful purple. We love it, love it, love it. There's so many great, bright, springy, summery colors. This really is the perfect time to be making one of these cardigans that you can start wearing for all of your spring events. Make it now. Get started this Friday, and you will have it in time for Easter if you participate in Easter events. and things like that. That would be really cool. I love that color.
I know, I have 4 of these. I think I got 4, which is enough to make another one. And I'm like, oh, do I want to do that? I'm kind of thinking a brand new design. Stop me. Somebody needs to stop me. I need to finish what I'm working on already.
I'm sorry. Don't ask us to stop you because you know
Right.
that's not going to happen. I mean, I do tell you to slow down because I can't work as fast as you, but don't stop because I have to keep making.
Right? Well, me too, clearly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us today to chat about this brand new pattern. I hope everybody goes and checks it out. Jump in on the fun. I will post pictures as soon as I'm done with mine. Again, I have to finish the front of it. Then I got the sleeves. Hopefully by next weekend, I will be done. I can't guarantee this weekend. I'm going to do my best, but by next, I'm going to hope to try to wear it next Wednesday on our live.
Perfect. Perfect.
We'll see.
You can do it. You can do it.
I'll just have to stay up really late watching something on like Netflix or
right. Find something good to binge and just get her done. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's 2:00 in the morning. What was I doing?
Right. And you're yeah, but you've got a cardigan, so somebody wins.
It's all worth it.
Yeah.
So again, one more time, just make sure you check out that blog post that we put over here on YouTube and Facebook. It has all the materials you're going to need, plus a special discount code to get your yarn and your Tunisian hooks. So you're going to want to check that out as well. And hopefully you'll all be making along with us and having some fun. They're really great projects. So thanks everybody for joining us. We'll be back here next Wednesday and we'll see you all then.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.